The Knicks did make an insane comeback. I mean, Mikal Bridges hit a running three in the corner over Schroeder. OG hit a three over Cade where he literally stopped and went up and knocked it down. And of course, that cut it to 1. But then Cade hit 2 free throws, and the Knicks had to go the length of the court with 5 seconds. Deuce got fouled, missed the first free throw, and then missed the second intentionally. And Cat tried to tip it back out, but there was no one there. And Schroeder secured the rebound, and that forces a Game 6, which will be played Thursday night in Detroit. This is a disaster for the Knicks because they had home court up 3-1 with a chance to put the series away, and they blew it. Now they have to go to Detroit. Both games have been down to the wire. Arguably, the Knicks should have lost, of course, in Game 4 when clearly Tim Hardaway Jr. was fouled, and the Knicks won by 1. But if he had 3 free throws, they would have lost. I get that the Knicks got screwed the entire game, so it was kind of like good riddance to that point. But Game 1, the Knicks were down huge in the fourth quarter and came back, right? Game 2, same thing. The Knicks lost Game 2. They almost came back and pulled it off. But, all these games have been close and competitive. The Knicks, you almost feel like they can't lose Game 6. Game 6 feels like a must-win because if you lose Game 6, sure, you have home court in a Game 7. But the Pistons, they're playing with house money. They tripled their win total for the first time in NBA history. That has never happened. It's insane. So the Pistons going to New York for a Game 7, that almost already feels like a win for them. And the Knicks, that's if they lose that, there's going to be some serious changes made in the offseason. So it's, again, I don't think the Knicks can lose Game 6, man. It's a lot of pressure. So I'm hoping they take care of business. But we are going to talk about the game tonight. Absolutely, it's an excuse to say that the Knicks lost this game because of what happened with 2:57 remaining. The Knicks shouldn't have put themselves in a position to where they couldn't afford to lose Brunson and Hart for a couple of minutes down the stretch, right? So we definitely can look at it that way. The Knicks they've been terrible in the third quarter in this series. That didn't change tonight. 28-24 outscored. It seemed like they got outscored by 14 in that quarter versus 4. And you look at the first half. The Knicks scored 23 points in the first quarter, 27 in the second quarter. They've been struggling against the Pistons defense because of their size and speed and versatility. It's given them a lot of issues, which is why the Pistons beat us, of course, 3-1 in the regular season. Tobias Harris just, again, continues to torch the Knicks. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals. Did a great job on Cat. As soon as Brunson and Hart left the game, the Knicks went to Cat one-on-one, and he ends up forcing a jump hook from the free throw line and airballs it. Cat has not been able to do anything on the perimeter against Harris. He's basically only effective down on the block. So the Knicks need to give him more of those actions. And Cat tonight was 5 of 14, did have 17 and 11, but Cat went from brilliant in Game 4 to of course, in Game 5, just struggling. Jalen Brunson was 4 of 16, 16 points. So Brunson and Cat, do the math on that. That's 9 of 30. And the Knicks are not beating the Pistons with those guys shooting 9 of 30. Josh Hart had a good game. Brunson did have a finish with a plus and minus of 1, but you look at the last couple of seconds, those 2 crazy threes, right? Really, the only guy that started that had a positive was Josh Hart. He was a plus 3 in 36 minutes. I guess you could say the same thing about Hart, but even before that, Hart was still positive before those threes. Mitchell Robinson plus 9. I've been going back and forth about Mitchell Robinson. Tonight, I think he was the best player for the Knicks on the court. And it's not even just the plus and minus. Just the 11 rebounds, 8 of them being offensive, 13 points. He did make 3 of 7 free throws, which for Mitch's standards is pretty good. One of them as well rolled in and out around the rim. Certainly could have went down. It was just an unlucky roll right there, unlucky bounce. And then Deuce just 2 of 7. The Knicks bench has been pretty much non-existent this entire series. Tonight, Mitch gave them a big impact. 23 minutes, though. I actually would have liked to see more Mitch down the stretch of this game. Very similar to the Rockets last night, if you guys watched that game, where Steven Adams, because of Hack Adams, they took him out. And I think this was just one of those games where you let Mitch just crash the offensive glass and give you second chance points, of course. And also, defensively, his ability to sort of hedge off of that screen on the Cade at a way higher level than Cat. And Mitch and Cat together defensively is a lot better. The Knicks are an OG too. So I would have liked to see more Mitch in this game. There's been some times this series where Mitch has not looked great, but tonight he was on. This was as good as Mitch has looked all year, and he just didn't finish the game, which Not really surprised, but that kind of sucks, I guess. OG, very good game. Probably is, I would say, his best without question of the series. He had 3 blocks, 8 of 13. I mean, anytime OG shot the ball, it looked like it was going in. 3 of 4 from three. He attacked the basket, just got whatever he wanted whenever he wanted it. Mikhail was good in the sense of his efficiency, at least for what he's been doing. I mean, 7 of 16, 2 of 5. That's not like anything crazy, but Mikhail has not shot the ball well. But tonight, from an efficiency standpoint, like I said, a lot better. But he was a minus 14. So that's the most important thing is when you're on the court, are you impacting winning? And for Mikhail, he just wasn't. I mean, to lose by 14 in 38 minutes, I mean, that's pretty bad, bro. It's really, really bad. Even OG was a -7 in his 39 minutes. So I don't know exactly what it is. I just think that a lot of what we've seen. I have something in my eye. No, it's everyone's gonna think I'm crying because we lost. I actually do have something in my eye. If we had lost Game 7, absolutely, I'd be crying. But it's basically just what the Knicks have looked like the entire season. They've struggled against good teams. They've played bad teams well. Now the Knicks have done a lot this series. I don't think I'm getting this out of my eye. The Knicks have done a lot of things this series that makes me very, very optimistic about them moving forward, not only in the playoffs but for the foreseeable future. But it just seems like the Knicks just do one good thing and then they just take a step backwards. I mean, they went into halftime up 1 point and then they get outscored by 4 points in the third quarter. And that's all it took. They lost by 3. So, I mean, I don't expect the Knicks to win every single quarter, but you just can't have as bad of a quarter as the Knicks did in the third. And turnovers was a huge issue tonight. 13 turnovers, which doesn't seem like a lot, but the Pistons, that was how they were getting things done. That was their momentum, was points off of turnovers. Now, the Pistons also had 13 turnovers, and the Knicks got points off of that. But the Knicks just had a lot of careless passes, and there was multiple instances where they had Mitch on a lob or a cutter, and they just threw it right to the guy in front of them. So if the Knicks had just completed a few more of those, they would have won this game. But I really don't think the Knicks should have won this, though. I mean, they shot at 43% from the field, 36 from three. The Knicks missed 11 free throws, which is pretty crazy. That's right. Brunson was 7 of 10. I mean, Brunson early on, he just missed a couple like right away. And it's just deflating too, especially when you're not shooting the ball well and you're missing the free ones. Literally, freeze in the name, free throws. And yeah, that was kind of the game, bro. I mean, both teams did a great job on the offensive glass. Jalen Duren deserves a lot of credit. 14 rebounds, so big for him. He also had 2 blocks. Tobias had 4 blocks. Azar Thompson had 2 blocks. The Pistons together collectively had 9 blocks. And the Knicks had 10 blocks, right? So both teams were basically like identical. The Pistons shot it at 42.4%. And of course, the Knicks were at 43.3%. The Pistons were terrible from three. But you look at Detroit, 8 of 29 from three, and they win this game. So it just comes down to the third quarter. And if you just look at the third quarter, you're probably like 28-24. Like, what do you mean the Knicks didn't have a terrible quarter? I mean, it was one of the worst quarters that we've really had all year. It was that bad. And then 2:57 left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks were down 2, and Brunson and Hart got injured, and the Knicks didn't have an extra timeout, so they had nothing. There was no choice. And of course, they couldn't just foul someone, get them back in, because then they're giving the Pistons 2 free throws. And with how close these games have been decided, you can't just give 2 free throws to the Pistons, right? You're just asking to lose that point. So moving forward in Game 6, I mean, Game 6 is a must win. If the Knicks don't win Game 6, which as of right now, I think the Knicks are experienced enough to know that they have to get Game 6. I think they'll win it. I think they'll win it pretty comfortably. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Come back and let me know in the comments. I think the Knicks will win by probably 10 to 12. I mean, Game 7 would be, yeah, it's MSG. It'd be awesome, but like that seems like a failure to me. As you know, going up against the Pistons in a Game 7, like that's not good, bro. It just can't happen.